This video might turn into a bit of a rant. However, if you are interested in the development of this channel and what's been going on, then this video might interest you. I have been trying to figure out what this channel is for a while now, and this has been a recurring theme in a lot of the videos I've made, especially the ones earlier on. And I've done my best to not make videos like this as much because usually there isn't a point to them and I'm just going in circles, not really bringing anything new to the table. And I felt like in some ways just complaining and not adding value in some way. This is just part of the learning process for me. Sometimes I ruminate over things and need to talk out loud to get my ideas on the table and figure out how to sort them out. So I'm not even sure if I'll even post this one. I might probably just scrap it, just using it as a feedback loop. Excuse me. So in terms of what we've built so far, there is videos on philosophy, technology, gaming nostalgia, and people. Maybe a few other topics outside of that. I've been basically throwing things at the wall and just seeing what sticks. But in terms of channel intention, I've also gone in with the intention of just wanting to make whatever I want to make, and that was basically it. If I felt like making a video that was kind of philosophical, I'd make it. Or if I wanted to make a video that was kind of nostalgic, I'd make it. Basically, just allowing the creative process to take me wherever it wants to take me in whatever video I'm making, which is why I built this channel. I wanted that to be the core foundation, the core principle behind everything I do, not trying to reach after subscribers first, which would be basically tainting the creation I'm making. However, I have been watching a lot of videos on trying to make the channel better, trying to understand what is it I'm doing wrong and what can I do to make things better without going down this road of over-optimizing these videos, this channel, because that is also the antithesis to what I'm doing. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. You can't really learn how to make a channel better without, doing some research and also learning by doing. And trying to stay authentic through all this is not an easy process. There's also a lot of days where I feel like quitting YouTube because I don't feel like it's working out. But often I'm probably looking at the wrong metric, and I'm looking at subscribers, and I'm not actually looking at like performance in terms of watch time or views or like the people I'm impacting. And I think at least once a day, it's becoming quite frequent that someone will leave a comment and they will say how much this video impacted them, and they're really appreciative that it was here. And I think that's something that warms my heart every time I read it. And I wake up at the start of the day and I'm like, I have to keep going, because I'll read something like that. I'm like, yeah, okay, there is something here, even though I haven't chipped it all away to start to really form whatever the sculpture is. There's something here, and I haven't totally figured it out yet. And that's partially why I'm making this video, because maybe this is just a step to try to figure out what that is. I like making things that help people, and I like helping people. But I also can't make things only for the intent of helping people. I also have to make things because it comes from me, from within, and it's something that's like personal in a way, so that creative process ends up being something that is both meaningful and enjoyable. Because if you're not enjoying something, why would you do it? Like, I ask myself this question when I'm playing video games sometimes. Am I actually enjoying this video game? And if I say no, then I ask, well, then why am I playing it? I've had this feeling happen a lot with Dorfromantik specifically. I actually really love Dorfromantik, but I don't enjoy playing it. I did really enjoy it when it first came out and played it for quite a bit, but I think I've just played it so much now that I don't enjoy it as much. But great game. I'm not trying to throw shade at Dorfromantik. I digress. Trying to stay on topic is also another challenge on this channel, in videos specifically, and this is something I'm trying to work on. I will often trail off into some random rabbit hole as I am trying to get to the video's main theme or point. This is not easy when you are recording raw and trying to just basically be yourself on a recording. That is essentially me being myself, as like going down the rabbit hole like Alice in Wonderland. And I love that part of myself, but also for people who are watching, for me to provide value to them, I have to give them some substance that they came for. They clicked on this video for a reason. They arrived here for a reason. What is it that they are looking for, and how can I help deliver that to them? And I think that is something I need to pay more attention to as I continue forward, is really looking at the intent of a video and making it so that the person viewing the video feels like they took something away from that. And I didn't just take them down a rabbit hole and then they're like, I didn't plan to come down here. Why are we here now? Maybe some videos it's okay to do that, especially on days where you're having creative blocks and you just need to put something out there because you need to put something out there. Not every video needs to be a success. That is also something I've learned as I've been doing this channel. You know, one of the big reasons I've wanted to do this 100 videos in a short period of time is essentially as an experiment to see what can I create and what can I build without knowing what I'm building. And hopefully that sculpture comes to fruition, or in a visual way of understanding, even if it's something abstract. And if you are a creator or you're someone who's thinking about doing YouTube, maybe this video can serve as some inspiration to keep doing what you're doing, even though you may not know what you're doing. I certainly don't, and it has been a struggle some days because I'm beating myself up over, why am I making this video? No one's going to watch it. This is stupid. and then, you know, I'll get into these really big slumps, and then it's kind of counterproductive to actually doing the thing. Just put the video out, even if it's garbage or bad, even if you think no one's going to look at it, even if it's just not what you wanted to make. There is something about pushing through that creative block and making garbage content in order to get to the next gem, in order to get to the next video that is going to be something that lands with somebody, that is going to be something that actually makes a difference in someone's life, that is going to have some impact on the world in a positive way, and often so many times in ways you did not think would happen and had no idea that that video was actually going to take that direction. And that has happened so many times on this channel. I cannot tell you how many times. It's been crazy. So if you are struggling with your next video and trying to put the next video out, just know that it's okay to put something out that isn't that great. It's okay to put something out that you genuinely feel is garbage, even if no one watches it, because if that's what helps you get over the hump of putting out the video after that will be the video that is really good, then it was worth putting out that garbage content. In this world of YouTube, so much content is so disposable. And if it's any consolation, most content of yours will likely not be seen. It's just kind of how the algorithm works. It's kind of how YouTube works. You know, it's difficult when you make a video and you pour your heart and soul into it, and you're hoping that it's just going to rocket and take off. Some videos do that. Sometimes you think, I know I have something here, this is going to blow up, and you're right. But there's sometimes where you might think that's going to happen and it's just crickets. And that's usually the hardest time to be able for you to make another video after that. That's usually the most difficult, and multiple videos after that, because you're like, why didn't that one perform? I thought it was so good. But really a lot of content is disposable. It's not always going to land. And that's okay. And learning to get through that and over that and not be too attached to your creation is actually a really useful skill. And it gives you a lot of resilience to keep going. And there will be other videos that you make that will land. And there will be people that will feel impacted and grateful they watched them. You bring value to the world more than you think. And your opinion and your perspective matters. So don't think it doesn't. Keep going, even though it's hard. Keep pushing through, even when it's difficult. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, cliche as it is. And while your channel may not be an overnight success, it doesn't mean that it doesn't bring value to the world, because most likely it does. And it might not be in the way that you want it to, or in the way you think it would, but it will. So keep going. And if you're at this point where you're like, I don't know what my channel is or where it's going or what to do with it, ask yourself if you have enough data yet to really make a fair decision about whether or not you should stop. Because in truthful honesty, most times that we're struggling with this, should I keep going or should I stop? We might not have enough information to make that decision. And we also might not have pushed through long enough to know what it is that we're making. Excuse me. I hope this video finds you well. I hope that you were able to grab something perhaps useful or excuse me, helpful from this video. And I'll see you on the next one. And hopefully I'll see you on the 100th one. Catch you later.